Okay, sorry about my writing. I know, it's not good. So, remember, the verb to be in the present simple and all the other verbs, they're different. So we just did a practice on this, remember. I tricked you a few times. With the verb to be, when we ask a question, if it is a yes-no question, we just start with the main verb to be. Are you happy? Yes, I am. No, I'm not. Is she married? Yes, she is. No, she isn't. But remember, if we want a long answer, we need a question word. Here's one that you did. You did this one. How old is she? We were talking about Helena. How old is she? She is 44. It's a longer answer. How old is she? She is. The verb to be is quite easy because, you know, you just say, I am happy, I'm not happy. She is married, she is not married. It's easier. When we come on to present simple with other verbs, it gets a little bit harder, right? The structure is different because, yes, we have a question word at the beginning, but then we need to use the auxiliary verb do, or does, or don't, or doesn't in the negative. And whenever we use an auxiliary verb, the main verb is always present simple first person, the basic infinitive, always. So, we started off with a few questions. Do you like pizza? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Remember, just like with the verb to be, you need to use the verb to be in the answer. With the present simple for yes, no questions, you need to use the verb do, the auxiliary verb do. Do you like? Yes, I do. No, I don't. Does she play tennis? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Does she? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. Do you? Yes, I do. No, I don't. And then, of course, we can ask longer questions. How often do you go to the gym? Remembering here we're using the you, I. So how often do you go to the gym? I go to the gym 3 times a week. And then this is a nice way to do investigation, to ask questions. We start with a yes, no question. Oh, we're talking about your friend. Does she have a brother? Yes, she does. No, she doesn't. So remember, does she have? She has. Because we're using the auxiliary verb, the main verb needs to be infinitive basic. Does she have a brother? Yes, she does. Ah, okay, so how many brothers does she have? Same structure as yes-no questions, but we just add question words. Here, how often do you go to the gym? Here, how many brothers does she have? She has 2 brothers. So remember this structure. Remember that the structure of questions is always the same. Question word, the main verb to be and subject for the verb to be. And here we start with the question words. Sorry about that. Question words. And then the auxiliary verb do or does. The auxiliary verb do or does. And then the subject. And then the subject. And then the rest of the sentence. This is the basics of present simple.